Hey guys, welcome to my channel Run Free and Strong. I'm Reto. It's time for a weekly update. We're rolling along. We just completed week 3 of our 16-week ultramarathon training plan for the 7 Trails 100-mile ultramarathon in Damascus, Virginia on April 23rd. Unfortunately, I came up short on time on my feet and mileage for the week. We'll go into the what and the why, and we'll dive into the data. But first, let's take a look at things we worked on during the week, both some trail footage and a session on Strides. There's a separate video on that, link on top. And then we'll go into the actual weekly review and do a quick look at some of the Stryd metrics.
Looking for someone to save me from all of the things in my past. I'd do anything just to make it stop, yeah. Tired of sitting and waiting, but every time I open up, there's always someone who lets me down. So give me pain, give me pleasure, I don't mind. It's whatever, all I want is someone to love. Ease my mind, give me headache, I don't care. It's whatever, all I want is someone to love. Wishing that someone could wake me up, yeah. Binge watching romantic movies, the ones with the happy end, hoping that someday I'll find the one. So give me pain, give me pain.
So let's take a look at week 3, highlighted in red. The planned time on feet was 10 hours, the actual was 6. The planned mileage was 60 to 70 miles. The actual was 42. And the planned vertical gain was 3,000 feet, came reasonably close, with the actual 2,700 feet. So I want to be totally transparent with you and not just show you the good stuff and the cool stuff, but show you where I fail. And also talk a little bit about the whys and how I'm going to course correct and move forward. The reason for the shortfall on time on feet and mileage was a couple of things. One, the mileage throughout the week was low. I struggled with the number of runs. Coming into the weekend, I was low, and I thought I could make it up with a back-to-back long run, 10 miles on Saturday, and the plan was 20 miles on Sunday. Well, guess what? I didn't do 10 and 20. I did 10 and 10. And Sunday, I struggled. Legs felt trashed. It was terribly cold out. No excuses. I didn't do the 20 miles. So I came up short. And looking back, the prior Sunday, the last day of week 2, I did a big 20-miler on the Appalachian Trail with about 6,175 feet of vert. And it was an amazing run. Don't regret it, but clearly the recovery from that was probably longer at my age than I expected. And therefore, through the week, I struggled physically, but also a little bit mentally with some of the daily struggles I'm going through. You know, lesson learned. Need to do better going forward. And a couple of things. We don't want to come into the weekend having to run half or more of our time on feet or weekly mileage on the weekend. It's just not reasonable or sustainable. So I need to do better throughout the week to position myself to complete the plan on the weekend. So let's talk about how we're going to pivot. And pivot's been a big word throughout 2020, and I think it'll be a big word in 2021. There's so many things that are unexpected or don't go according to plan that we need to be flexible and adaptable. And I've talked a little bit about in my video on the 16-week ultramarathon training plan that this is a framework, and as we go through it, we need to constantly take a look at where we are and where we're going and be flexible and adaptable to make changes. So we're going to pivot. I've put up a revised plan. So rather than taking week 4 as a down week, which was the original plan, I'm going to call week 3 a down week. And I have changed this revised plan to reflect week 3 as a down week. So I've changed the plan from 10 hours to 8 hours, and from 60 to 70 miles down to 50 to 60 miles, and from 3,000 vert to 2,000 vert. And I've kept the actual the same. So although we're still short on time on feet and mileage, it's water under the bridge at this point, and we need to look forward. So we're going to look at week 4 rather than being a down week. So let's continue, and we're going to strive for at least 60 miles in week 4, 10 hours of time on feet, 3,000 vert, and we'll see how we do. That's the plan going forward. So pivot here, and I think it'll go well. And the key to look at is, are we still overall on track for the 16-week plan to run that 100-mile, 7 trails ultramarathon on April 23rd? I would say yes. So we're going to take a quick look at the Stryd Power Center dashboard. Monday was a day off. Tuesday 6 miles, Wednesday 5 plus strides, Thursday 5 plus 4 different sets of strides for the YouTube video I described. Friday was a struggle. I only did 3 and strides. And then Saturday and Sunday we talked about was the back-to-back 10 milers. So I'd like to take a closer look at Friday. Friday was a mixed bag. The plan was to run 6 miles. I did 3, not happy with that. I talked to myself and I went and did my strides, and we're going to do a deep dive into those strides. It went really, really well. And so rather than ending the workout on a down note Friday, I felt like it was glass half full. And it helped getting into the weekend, and Saturday's 10 miler was actually quite good. So we're going to dive into Friday's set of 4 by 100 strides on grass. So this is a drill down view. The default view shows power and pace. In addition, we're going to enable cadence and ground contact time. We're now going to quickly scroll through the 4 strides so we can see highlighted the key metrics. And we're going to take a closer look at stride number 4. The map on the right with the little green dot shows we're at about 50 meters, and we can see the metrics show our power approaching 300 watts. The pace is 529 per mile pace. The cadence is 206 steps per minute, and the ground contact time is 184 milliseconds. Those are all really great metrics. I started consistently doing strides about 6 weeks ago, and I have lowered my pace from probably 7 minutes per mile to about 5:30 per mile. My cadence has improved from about 180 to 206. My ground contact time has improved significantly from about 220, 230 milliseconds to 180s in a very short period of time. I wanted to share that with you to encourage you, motivate you, inspire you to include strides if you're not already doing them 4 times a week. Please check out the video on that, and you should see improvements within a matter of weeks. And as we mentioned in the video, strides are a great way to enable and train 4 systems: aerobic, musculoskeletal, biomechanical, and neuromuscular. I hope you found the short weekly update helpful. If you did, I would appreciate if you give the video a big thumbs up. Hit the like button. It'll help YouTube share with other people that may be interested. Leave me a comment below. How's your training going? And if you're new to the channel, would really appreciate if you consider subscribing to follow my journey. I'm posting new videos 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Thanks very much for watching, and see you in the next one.